Hi, I'm Julie Ling. Thank you for joining me. This piece I'm about to read poured through me about a week ago, and it's been insistent that I share it in a bigger way. So here I am. Please stay through to the end. It's about 10 minutes. There's an invitation that you might want to accept. An eye for an eye leaves the whole world blind. Does the current situation in the world, and in particular this country, leave you worried, concerned, maybe even a little bit in despair? Even if you don't watch or follow the news, if you're a sensitive soul or not, you feel it at some level, conscious or unconscious, and it affects you. It's been said worry is practicing what you don't want. It's also been said that the universe, and it's pretty much scientifically accepted notion, that the subconscious does not hear the words no or not. How's that for a double negative? So all this judging of the other side, all this demanding those wrong others, whatever side you're on, gets everyone more of what they're pushing against. And so we have an incredibly polarized, an increasingly polarized country. I love the metaphor of the universe as a fast food restaurant that doesn't hear not or no. You pull up to the window every time you say or think anything and place your order. I want those goddamned exes to not be so fill in the blank, wrong, stubborn, cruel, stupid, entrenched, liberal, conservative, blind. And the universe serves you up a dish of those goddamned exes, being so damned however you filled in the blank. The more you push, the more resistance you create. That's just physics. Marshall Rosenberg, who created the model of compassionate communication, also known as NBC, once wrote a song, "How do I do a don't?" And it's a great question. When we insist someone not do something, what their subconscious and ours hears is, do that thing. And we, and sometimes they, are angry when they do it again. Gandhi famously said, "An eye for an eye leaves the whole world blind." What if an eye that sees clearly brings the whole world's sight? What if instead of pushing against, demanding, insisting, we asked for what we do want, or better yet, what we'd love? What if we placed that order at the universal fast food drive-thru the next time we pull up? Have a thought, take an action. A teacher of mine, in talking about a conversation having to do with race, once said, "The other person will often want to tell you their intentions were good, but we don't care about that." I offered then, and I offer now, a different way of approaching it. What if we do care about that, as well as the thing we're wanting to be different? When we can meet someone with, "I think from what I know of you that your intentions, at least somewhere in there, are good, and I'm guessing this is what you're thinking and wanting and intending. And because I care about you in our relationship, and even though it's awkward and uncomfortable and I feel hesitant bringing it up, I want to let you know how this landed for me. It's scary, and I'm going to be uncomfortable, and do it anyway." And when I do that and check it out with the other person without blaming or shaming or making them wrong, they can very often hear me. I'm able to ask for what I do want. And more often than not, they're happy to give it to me. And they thank me for telling them and for asking for it. For letting them know in a way where they weren't made wrong, made other, made bad, weren't ordered or told in no uncertain terms, or blamed or shamed, but honored for their good intentions and integrity, and met instead in their humanity and that goodness of intention. What if meeting another with a clear-seeing eye, a good-seeing and good-seeking eye, leaves the whole world with clear sight, or at the very least invites the whole world to clear sight, a vision where it is possible? What if we let go of the game, "What if the worst thing happens?" and started playing instead, "What if the best game happens?" That's a game I'd love to play, and I invite you, I double dog dare you to join me. I'm beyond weary of all this pushing and pulling, demanding and blaming, and getting nowhere but worse. A couple of weeks ago, I found myself waiting behind an old pickup truck for a light to change. As I sat, my mind and my engine idling, I read the mini bumper stickers placed at eye level on the back of the cab. One of them caught my eye. It said, Make America green again. I laughed. Yep, I thought, I like that. And about a week later, I had this wild hair idea. Gaga, grant America grace again. It's so ridiculous, it made me laugh. What if, I thought, I started a Gaga group and we got together and sat in meditation for, say, 15 minutes a day and simply saw, with our clear eyes, I spy with my little eye, the goodness in every being on this planet, this sweet, wild, sacred earth. The goodness and humanity in every Democrat and every Republican, every person in Israel and in Gaza, in Russia and in the Ukraine, in every child. The goodness and life force in every blade of grass, every tree, every puppy, every wounded animal or person. Don't we all have a few wounds that haven't quite healed yet? What if we focus on that light inside, that goodness inside, and just hold it all, including the wounded part, in a place of love, and flood it with light? Choose to see that, even in the people we have perhaps judged the most harshly, as well as the ones we love the most deeply. Each one of us is a mother's child. Did you know there was a study done in Lebanon many years ago during one of the many wars where a group of people got together and meditated for peace? They found that during the time of the meditations, bombing ceased for a 5-mile radius around them. It stopped. It wasn't a demand for a ceasefire. It was a call for peace, and peace came. That's a big difference. And at that fast food window, what was ordered and what was delivered up? An order of peace. And another one. What would happen if we got together and ordered peace? Order like a request, like a vision. Here's what we'd like at this planetary restaurant. An order of grace, please, with peace on the side. I'd like to find out. So I'm going gaga. I'm starting a group. I started to say a movement, but really it's more like a presence of grace, of eyes which choose to see beauty. Grace, peace, goodness in everyone, even in the midst of personal and planetary woundedness, to hold that all with grace and see the beauty in each of us. What if we meet a closed eye with an open one? What might happen? Let's see. I double dog dare you to join me at 8:35 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time here on this YouTube channel, The Voice of Wonder, every single day. And if there's a day I have something else I need to do, I'll join in spirit and invite someone else to host. We'll meet for about 15 minutes and see how it goes. I might offer an inspired visualization or read a short piece, and then we'll sit in silence. Or I'll play a flute or a singing bowl, or stand on my head, or sing in my less than perfect voice, and you can choose to join me in yours if you wish. And I'll be here, holding space for grace. Please join me. Practice what you'd love. I'd ask, what have you got to lose? But I'd rather ask, what have you got to gain? If peace, if grace begin inside, here's your engraved invitation to begin, or continue, or practice. And practice makes better. I'm pretty sure you've got 15 minutes, and that 15 minutes will go by anyway. How would you like to spend your precious time and energy? Let's see. Please do share this with anyone and everyone you feel called to and invite them to join. And you don't have to come every day. I'll be here every day. Come when you feel called to. And if you're unable or choose not to join on YouTube, I invite you to take that 15 minutes and go gaga. Grant America, and indeed to the whole planet, this sweet, wild, sacred earth, grace again. Perhaps it's never really left. Let's see.